Alright, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to, well, first off, I guess I should say I'm going ostrich as a capital goo. How do you do? And welcome to the most scuffed thing you'll see today, dealing with Pokemon, maybe. As we're going to be sitting here doing post-game audio, and you've seen that I'm in my own window capture. Yeah, there's not too much that can really be explained in a good way. Well, I'll just say I wasn't able to transition the audio I recorded using Audacity over, and I mean, hey, my mic's been peaking the last while, so hopefully this one's actually fixed. Any of those who's actually stuck around and tried to do it, thank you. I looked over everything, and I think this should be better. I mean, it should be better, but I mean, I don't know how much better. But right now, we are getting our encounters of the electrode, and I mean, this goes very, very easy, very simple. I mean, we get our encounters, we take on the gym today. Yeah, hey, we got some stuff going on, and I realized even I didn't even update the badge layout, so it shows you how great I am. Of course, we are watching the post edit, so I'm max relaxed and all cool, just chilling, laying in a love seat in my room, and yeah, been pretty enjoyable. Today I watched this was recording this on the Gonzaga UCLA day. Those of you who don't know, Gonzaga is my favorite basketball team. They have been my favorite basketball team ever since I made, it was like a friendly bet with they're in high school, where I said no one believed in them, and I said they'll make it to the Final Four, and I had no real basis to go off of. I watched them during that Final Four, and what do you know? Well, during that tournament run, and they made it to the Final Four. And whenever you have a bet going on with your friends, it kind of makes you fall in love with teams. So probably not the best way to have that happen, but it's a thing, and hey, they've been really good to me. So been been really good, and I've just been following them ever since. So yeah, it's been let me know if y'all been enjoying the March Madness. I will say basketball is not my favorite sport. It might be up there for most entertaining, but I would say basketball has you can't say basketball is the best sport, because I think if you say that you'd be kind of referring to it more as a team sport, and as a team sport, it's I don't know what's a good way of putting this. As a team sport, it kind of isn't the best, because yes, you can get the assist, but we're in a point where everyone wants to say if you get assists, you're a stat padder, and it's not a team sport because it is beautiful whenever you watch them pass the ball all around. Like, that's a definite. And this is our second and our last encounter we will get here, though, because the last one, you'll see what happens. I end up getting scared, just as a little thought, so I don't get too caught up just talking about. But yeah, basketball is not the best team sport because you can't really call it. Can't call it the best team sport whenever all it takes is one person having an amazing day, and then that team can go on. Which, as I was saying that tonight in the game, that was Drew Timmy having 36 points, and Drew Timmy's pretty freaking amazing. And people want to hate on him because I don't know. I don't think people like post play, and I think it's really just it's entertaining to me, the post play. So that's kind of Oh wait, no, it was beautiful. I thought it was a Reggie rock. I guess the Reggie rock was in the last episode. Oh my, well, whatever, whatever. But yeah, I've been. I mean, it's fun to watch basketball. Don't get me wrong. I was just a little. I'm just not gonna say it's the best team sport, which I'm a football guy. Football is the best team sport. I would say hockey is probably the hardest sport, and that's my like two big takes. I won't go in depth any further on that, but yeah, it's kind of just been a little wrap up of how the nights went, and I decided I'm gonna record these, or I was gonna edit these, and we're gonna go. And then I saw the audio was messed up, and I was like, ah, crap. So now we're doing this. I'm thinking I might record the last of Friday's episode as well. I kind of just I don't know. I wasn't feeling it, and I think I head back and get some more super potions here because you can never be too safe. I was running out of super potions, so probably just a smart little thing to do. I will say the plan right now is to make our way all the way to red, mainly because I enjoy SoulSilver and I haven't really done a post game. And I was like, you know what? I'm thinking that's the idea right here. I mean, I don't get too far ahead. I mean, I just kind of record and edit the next weeks, and then I just go because I've been editing for Gil. Some of y'all may know him, and to be honest with you, like editing takes up a whole lot of time, and I've realized, and part of me it's like, man, I hope he doesn't see this because that's probably not the best thing to. It's not the best thing to be saying, but I definitely feel like I'm bipolar when it comes to editing, and like anyone who suffers from bipolar, I don't mean any kind of like just making light of that. I just I just mean like I've sat there trying editing and which I've went over my routine of how I edit and just like look over like the clips, the video for like a while. And I just some like some episodes and it could be like I could edit 2 or I could edit 3 in one day. And like one of those I'll be like, "Oh my goodness, I'm going to hammer all these in." Like I can do like so much editing. I can do so much. Like I can go boom, boom, boom. Like I can have ideas. I can be like, this is genius. I feel great about it. And then the next one might come, and I'm like, ah, oh, I'm completely clueless. I have no idea what to do. I and sometimes I could just be it could be me not being able to do the first one. Sometimes like I'll have like ideas for the second one. And I don't know if it's me just not being able to get the ideas down, but it is a little nerve-wracking when trying to edit for someone else because there is that fear of just like standards, or like there's that like, or you feel like you're going to like. I feel like I would hold myself to a higher standard doing something for someone else as opposed to like. I mean, like for my stuff, like it's very simple. And I mean, I just mentioned that I missed the ice badge, and there's probably a possibility I don't go back and fix that. So that kind of just a little bit of show and tell on everything. It is nice to be able to look and have it pulled up and being able to just look, just see everything and be like, oh yeah, that's right. Instead of because whenever you're going in the recording, going at your going through it, and you're like your brain just goes empty. You're trying to, like, I'm a big focus person, so me starting YouTube was probably a bad idea as doing like a commentary, like sharing stuff, because my brain goes to, I gotta play the game. I'm so like one-track minded. So I'm sitting here like, here's this, here's this, here's this. But I try and piece stuff together in my mind. And if I say something out loud while I'm still thinking about it, I'll confuse myself even more. So sometimes if I'm trying to break something down, I just completely ruin it all, and it's crazy. And like I do think like one of the things that I go back to that was cool is I do have which I mean I've told a couple of people about the channel, and I've had some friends watch a little bit of it, and I did have one of my friends mention that I want to say this was during our Platinum Hardcore Nuzlocke, and this was during the Champion, so I mean spoilers. I mean commentary is not the greatest. I have some fun. I have some fun with it. It's fun to record it. I don't know how great it is on the watch through, which I'll go back to that about with editing as well. And you see we've gone in the gym, but my friend told me, it was like it was really cool how you were kind of just calling everything, and which for me to be able to do that like beforehand, like I looked through the gym leader and I was like, oh, that's what's gonna be. That's what's gonna be. Because I mean, like how these games are, like especially the earlier ones, like, they're pretty dumb. So I mean, like you can really like cheat out a lot of stuff. Like I mean, Meganium, if there was some like ice type, like if there was a Pokemon that had an ice type move, but it's not an ice type, then I could be like, oh, boom, it's gonna be an ice type. Like I'll probably see an ice beam here. Okay, go. Switch into something else, and I do think that part's fun, and that's something that I feel like I'm not able to really capitalize on. Is like the thought process, and I do like these post comms where I am really thinking about my second channel, which I've mentioned a whole lot that I've not done anything on. I'm thinking about doing kind of reviews, but like being able to just play through the game, just record the game, and just be quiet, and just go through. Like I don't even know if I would record my voice at all, because I think I do. I mean, I'm a big like music gamer. Like I will just sit there. I I mean, I don't like the games can have amazing soundtracks. I think like right now I picked up Nino Kuni off the Game Pass. It's the second one, recently released on the Game Pass, and like I've been having a blast with that. So, if I said the name of the game wrong, darn. Hopefully somebody knows what I'm talking about. If you have the Game Pass, it's recently on there. So yeah, there's a couple things going that are pretty interesting, but I feel like I don't know if I've been really like attached to the soundtrack. But the thing is I'll turn my Spotify on and I listen. And I will say, I did this with Persona, but the thing with Persona was that it had such good music that there were times where I would pause the music I was listening to. I would pause whatever podcast I listened to. And podcast, I listened to a couple things there, but we can get into that at a different point. But I'll just pause I'll pause the music, and then I would just listen to the Persona music for a little. Like, oh, I got into that. So, I've got a couple Persona 5 tracks liked on, and I just listened to my liked songs, and I just put it on shuffle. I mean, you just go. The only problem with that is I got a lot of Jelly Rolling. I talked a lot about Jelly Roll, and the problem whenever you go to shuffle is sometimes you're in the mood for Jelly Roll, sometimes you're in the mood for Montgomery Gentry, sometimes you're in the mood for Waka Flocka, and yes, this is all like my different levels I got here. Sometimes, like, I do have the Faulkner, I have some of the Faulkner music saved from soundtrack from DBZ. Um, I do like the songs from the Dragon Ball movie, the Dragon Ball Z movie. And whenever I say that, I mean like the English dub, whenever it was just the Funimation hard rock. Like it's fun. I like it. But yeah, I just listen to that, and of course, like I said earlier, if there's a soundtrack or something in the game that I really just catches with me, I'm like, oh, I've got to listen to that. I'll pause it and I'll just take a listen to it. Sometimes if I'm playing one of my sports games and I make a big play, sometimes I'll pause it and hear what like the commentary stuff has to do. Because growing up, I always wanted to be a sports commentator. Like I wanted to be a play-by-play analyst on the radio. And I mean, I still would love to do that. I chose to get my broadcast degree in production because, I mean, there was going to be a whole lot more availability behind the scenes. And right now, I'm a year 2 out of college, and no one wants me. So hopefully that changes. Hopefully that changes. And fingers crossed that does. But I don't even know what really started the discussion. I go down the rambling path if you let me. And we'll just keep on going. And I want y'all to let me know what y'all think of this style if y'all have made it this far. Like, just, I mean, I'm hoping the audio's going to be better. I'm hoping the microphone's going to be better. I'm hoping just a whole bunch of stuff is going to be better. Which, that's a big hope. That's a big ask at this point, it seems like. But, I mean, there's a chance everything's going to be good. So, we got that going, and once I'm done recording this, whatever it sounds like is what it sounds like. I don't have, because sometimes I realize I don't have the microphone for it. But there was something I said I would go back to when it involved editing, and oh my gosh, that's actually it was actually an interesting. Okay, so as y'all know, I mean, I got like around 30. I try and get around 30. And I think, yeah, I was gonna say something there, because I didn't know if that was the last Pokemon before the gym leader, but I tried my hardest to get around 30 minutes. There's been there was a week where I was really sick, and I was just like, you know what? Like, I mean, I was doing 5 videos, like, each weekday. Well, not 5 each weekday. I had a video out each weekday, which I don't know. I like the idea of I would like the idea of doing daily stuff. I don't know. But with the stuff I do, of course, I would love to be better at being able to commentate, just be able to speak over. But one of the things that I realized while editing for Gil is I catch myself watching and being like, getting confused at what to cut. Because one thing I've noticed with editing for another person is most of the actual human talk, or most the actual personality builders has been whenever he's going to the Pokemon Center, or most of the time in the dead space. And that's really hard to edit around, because I don't want to have it be you don't want to cut the dead space out, you don't want to cut the personality, but at the same time he wants to have a certain time frame, and it's just it's difficult, because well, he wants this certain time frame, or like he wants it cut down whenever like it's an hour video. Like I would like I'm sitting here. I would prefer to just sit through the hour video. Maybe not edit an hour video and just have to try and add some stuff, but I definitely prefer the I mean, which I like. I think 30 minutes is a really good time, which is why I decided to go with it when I started. And I think really other like Pokemon Legends Arceus, and I don't really care how you say it. I'm gonna say Arceus because it just rolls quicker and easier. But like I had that go an hour. I had other videos that would go around an hour, but I think 30 minutes is really, really solid. And so I try and just make sure everything goes an hour. Well, goes 30 minutes. And I understand that there's the like people have a bad retention or attention span, and it's just like it's crazy sad because I feel like with everything that's going on, it feels like we're losing. Like it felt like the way that I'm editing, it kills the personality. And if you are coming from, one, thank you a whole lot for making it this far and just giving me a chance. But two, like I'm curious. Let me know. Like comment below. Like just something. How do you all feel towards editing, towards like the attention stuff? Because I find some of that stuff to be very jarring, and it really just bothers me. And kind of, I mean, I've been trying my best to accommodate to that, because whenever you're editing, like a little thing, like I enjoy editing because it's the storytelling, and like you get to be the storyteller. So there is that like fun aspect to it, but in the grand scheme of everything, you're editing, you're able to tell the story, you're able to piece the story together, but you have to go off of what like the other person's vision. So I don't know what the real end goal of that conversation was. Just know that's kind of that's my take towards like the editing stuff on like and editing for other people is the complexities of wanting to the complexities, and I realized I could have went to Steelix and been perfectly fine, but the complexities of making sure you do what others want, but also being able to go in your style or your way. So, which I mean, I've added my little Halo headshot noise for the little confetti party for the captures, and if y'all haven't caught that yet, hopefully y'all do now. I just like it. I mean, it's a fun little callback for somebody at least out there. And I do use, I mean, like trying to use some music, which I do understand the music. Music really helps tell a story. Or music really helps. Like it helps you know how you're supposed to feel. And the episode's about to come to an end because we're going to Horse Fear the Pile of Swine, and that is going to be it. And thank you for letting me just recline in a chair while I've not even faced the screen, and for the most part, I've just kind of looked at my wall and just kind of been chilling and talking with y'all. I mean, that's been really, really amazing. Let me know how y'all feel towards this style. And I mean, if there's people out there who like that, who like this style, I would honestly think about doing this once a week for video, and just doing like little post comment, like, because I mean, everything's meant to be. I mean, you want to be able to That was in it. I could have swore I looked over and saw they had 3 left. At one with the Ampharos, and then went Ampharos, and then whatever, and then the Piloswine. I could have sworn that was the case. So, my bad. But now it's the end, and well, now it's the last one, is what I should say. And I do have a thing for like my status moves, especially on grass types. It's I don't know if it's a bad habit, but I do really like to go for the poison like that. But it's man, it's been a blast. So again, trying to add on to this because I really lost my train of thought because I was like, oh, it's over. But so I think I know what I want to talk about in the next episode. So hopefully I can really be able to convey during that. And we only got like a minute or so left, so I don't want to start anything like super deep. So I mentioned the sports stuff. I've mentioned sports a lot. I've probably asked this a lot. If you have any teams that you like, or if there's like maybe it's some like random sport. Like lacrosse is really cool to me. If you haven't, so maybe you like something like that. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. I feel like I've been like with my my subscriber count. Like I don't want to do the like and subscribe stuff, but it does cross my mind to say that. So there you go. I can start being one of those people. So no, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of situations, and next episode we go to back to what's it called? We go back to Goldenrod, and we gotta knock out, and put all that together. So pretty fun, pretty enthralling. And that is the gym badge. I'm going to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. This will end pretty soon. As always, guy on Ostrich Capital Goo. Peace out.